Okay, so let's go through how to design a GUI or some approaches. In the outcome, you'll be given a worded task, something like this. Here is a problem. VCE teachers want an app to enter SAC outcome scores. The inputs will be the student's first name, last name and mark out of 100. And the outputs will be the student's full name, S or N result. So that under 40 will receive an N, and of course over 40 will, or 40 and above, will receive an S. Letter grade and actions. So today I'm not going to do the full GUI, I'm just going to basically do SAC results. First name, he's already put the first name. Last name, he's already going to put the last name. Mark, submit, and then we'll just put the results in here. So a bit of a scaled down version of this problem. Here's a task we do. Use Visio or Draw.io to transfer visual design into an attractive mock-up. So this is like a hand-drawn design. It has all the elements we need. It has, I've very carefully sort of labelled what sort of font we'll use. We'll use Arial font 14. It's a label. And then I've got to align all these up to the right. We've got entry boxes here. You can see those, they're going to be aligned to the left. Here's the center line coming right through. We have our heading here. We have a submit button, and here's the result that I'll return here. Notice all these texts should line up. They should all be the same font and size. All these entry boxes should line up on the right hand side. The submit button and the results button are aligned to the middle. So that's a pretty good design. It tells me just about everything I need to know, except for what the actual object names will be. We'll get into that in a second. So I'm going to show you a tool now that we can use to create this design. This is an online tool. It's called Draw.io. So it's a fairly easy tool to use. So let's just start. I'll start off with just a basic rectangle. We can just start off a rectangle here, and we can actually give it a background colour to see what it's going to look for. We have a style. It's a bit too dark, so I'm just going to lighten it up a bit here. I'm going to apply. So here we've got a nice grey colour, just a square box. The GUI won't be all that big. So how do we start creating these labels here? So one thing we can do is just write text here. The text appears here, which is slightly annoying. If I put that there, you'll see that it's aligning up in the middle. And then the heading should be SAC results. I want this to be a bit bigger, a bit wider. And there we go. Just want to make sure later, and I'll show you how to make sure it's right in the middle again. There it is, that line says it's right in the middle again. Alright, SAC results. We have to be pretty clear what size it should be. So I've got size Arial, I've got Arial, bold, 24. So I have a style, let's say it's going to be a heading. It's already 24, except this time I haven't got Arial, so I can go custom here. And I can physically write in the word Arial. Apply, and it didn't work for some reason. There it is. And there we have Arial. If I go to font, that's not Arial, there it is there, 24. I've got heading, there you go, 24, it's bold, it's everything I want. I want it centre line, so we just keep on doing that. So there's the first heading. With subsequent, we can make another heading. So I'm going to write first name. Now, Arial should be kept there. What size? And I've got 14, so I just have to bump it up to 14. Now I want it to be aligned to the right, So I've got first there, make it just a bit wider. Now one thing you can do, once I've got that sort of lined up, I might put it there. I can go Control C to copy it. Made a mistake there, Control C, Control V to paste it. There should be another, there is, no there isn't. Not sure what's happened there. There you go. This one here, we'll just put in last name. That little arrow's there, it's a bit annoying. I can just delete that. And then I can I'll copy it again. It's getting a bit out of place now. I've got to put in the word mark. Now I can roughly sort of align these up. Remember, I want it all to be aligned to the right. And to make sure all of these programs have this sort of feature, if I go arrange now, align right, that's all aligning that to the right hand side. I might just want to drop that one down a bit. Just like that. The other thing I want to do is create an entry box. So I can just create a box here. Now I don't want any style on it, just want it to be an empty box. It's probably a bit too big. Probably that big. There we go. Again, I can copy that and paste it. I can copy it and paste it again. Lining up here. Now this one here, because it's a mark, it won't quite be as big. So we're nearly finished now. We need to do something to make it look like a button. We can use this rounded again, that's right in the middle there. There you go, there's a nice button right there. If I click on here, I go text, I've got double click, there's the text coming up now. I write submit. I want the text to be in the middle. Now the text, this one, I want the text to be 16. Bump the text up. There we go. Oh, it's not quite there. Line to the right, into the centre. There we go. We only need one more button now, one more sort of label, and that's results. I'll put that just there. Results. And then what will happen, we can have another box later on, or it'll just be a label and it'll just give me S and then. Important thing to consider is making sure everything's aligned properly. So all of these text boxes should all be aligned to the right hand side. So we go arrange now, we can align to the right. They are all aligned to the right. Same with this button. That should be aligned, arranged to center. And there we have our GUI for entering in the outcome results. So that's basically what it will look like once we put it into a computer. And that's just the important things to consider. We need to be true to our original design, so that should be centered at a line. They are all going to be right aligned, and they will all be left aligned. So in the next video, I'll show you how to create an object table, and I'll show you how to do some more things. Now, the important thing to remember now is to save this work. So the way we save it, if we go to draw.io, we have to export it. Make sure I'll save this now. And now I'm going to export as an image. And I'm going to download it. And there it's downloaded via, if I go show in Finder, there it is here. Okay, doesn't like it, but we'll get onto that later on. We'll open it up and have a look at it. Oh, there we go. So that's it. That's our GUI that we've designed. Important that we download it. Because the teacher has to see it, we have to mark it. So it's hard for us to open online documents up. So we want you to download it so we can actually see it.